Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Friday ski industry news videos. This feels a lot different to me than most Fridays.
Yeah, nice local, internal show today.
Yeah, so they have no idea what we're talking about yet. But basically the reason why this week is different is our esteemed colleague Matt McGinnis is on vacation in Europe.
Good for him.
And when you're on vacation in Europe, it's hard to write Top 5 Fridays.
Yep. Although I assume they have the internet there.
You think they have word processors too?
I don't know.
Well, if in that case, Matt, you like,
He's still on
what
vacation.
are you doing? Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, anyways, Matt does a really good job kind of analyzing the week's ski industry news and picking out those topics, and he writes the article each week, and then Bob and I just kind of sit here and chat about it.
Among other things.
Among other things, yep. But with no Matt this week and, you know, kind of a quiet time of year for ski industry news, we took matters into our own hands.
Yep.
And we've got like some kind of fun internal news to talk about, some announcements.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not going to talk about that thing just yet, but I will talk about that thing at some point. I bet people are looking at that thing.
What about this thing?
I mean, that's like,
That's old news.
people have seen that before.
Yeah.
People have seen this before too, but not in too many places. But anyways, before we get to that, first topic of the week, this is probably the biggest announcement that we have, is we are having a warehouse sale.
Yep.
Not right now. On July 22nd and 23rd, so what's that, a little less than a month away?
Yeah, like 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks.
Yeah, so we are going to let the general public into our warehouse for really the first time ever, other than like small case-by-case basis.
Right, and certainly never to like shop. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. How many thousand square feet is this warehouse?
I don't know.
I have no...
50?
50? 30?
Yeah.
40? 100?
It's a lot.
I have no idea. But we have a lot of stuff and a lot of really cool things. And basically what we decided to do, you know, this is, I'd say, like the reason why we haven't done it in the past is our business just isn't really built to do things like that.
Right.
The logistics and staffing of like hosting a sale like this, and I think you'll understand if you come to it, just the sheer size of it, the logistics are very challenging.
Right.
So yeah, it's just like really hard. Our business is not structured that way. Obviously, we have our brick and mortar Pinnacle and Basin locations here in Stowe and Killington respectively, but it is going to be way different than that.
Yeah, and like obviously people that are here will get the benefit, but if other people are around and they want to buy plane tickets and fly out to Burlington and drive to Stowe for the day, then
Yeah, you certainly
they
could.
could take part in the savings
Yeah, absolutely. I
and
would
see
say,
what's going on here.
You know, my assessment would be if you're in like reasonable driving distance.
You don't think anyone's going to fly?
I don't know, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here on Saturday. I'll be here on July 22nd.
I don't know which day I'll be
So
here
if you
yet.
want to come fly to Burlington and come say hi, I will help you get your next skis.
Yep, and I'll be
100%.
helping out. I'll do boots if they need help with
You can get
boots.
fully outfitted in boots
Yep.
and skis from Bob and I.
That'll be awesome.
But no, I think it's going to be really cool. And kind of the gist of it and why we can offer better pricing in an event like this is we're able to kind of take out shipping and also the labor cost of order processing. So, you know, when you start adding those things up, it might not sound like much to somebody who doesn't work in this kind of business world. It's pretty significant. So,
Right.
you know, without like claiming to know exactly what the pricing structure is going to be, I would guess that you're going to see things like 20% off or more compared to what they already are discounted to.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely a good opportunity for us to like help kind of clean out some older stuff that's
Yeah, there's a lot
been
of
here
stuff
for
here.
a year or two.
Yeah. And like, in case anybody's wondering, we are in a very healthy position as a business. So it's not like it's not a immediate cash grab because we like need the money. It's more just something that we've talked about doing for a long time. And to be honest, this could be the first of what becomes a series of more public-facing events and not just sales. We've talked about doing public-facing ski tests, demos, all sorts of things. So we're just excited to interact with people in person.
Yeah, it's always been kind of a closed-door operation here at the warehouse.
No, totally. And every once in a while, somebody will like find the address, which isn't hard to do. If you look us up on Google, like the address comes right up.
Right.
And people will come and knock on the front door and be like, hey, I just want to like see your shop. And we're like, sorry.
Right.
It's
not a shop.
So anyways, that's the first topic of the week. We are having a warehouse sale. And then second topic of the week is also kind of just an internal local piece of news. Get through it much, much quicker. But we are heading into 4th of July weekend here in Stowe and everywhere in the world. We're going into July 4th weekend. That's not just related to Vermont. But we've got a lot going on here in Stowe, starting with a big sale at our Pinnacle brick and mortar location. So that actually starts tomorrow, goes through Tuesday. So if you're in the area, check that out. I don't know, similar probably to warehouse sale discounts and stuff like that, but they've got some specials going on up there, like Technica shoes for $10.
Yeah.
Or like logo, I assume like maybe not that stuff, but some logo wear for $1.
Yeah, and like they have bike shop and boot shop and
all sorts of fun things going on. And then there's also a customer appreciation barbecue on Tuesday from 11 to 1. So if you happen to be in Stowe, check that out. And then, Bob, we will be in the parade again.
Love the parade.
So the Stowe parade goes down Mountain Road and into Main Street Tuesday at noon I think we start.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to the Stowe parade, you will know that we give away a lot of stuff. I think we give away more stuff than anybody else in the parade. From a cost perspective.
Yeah, and I love seeing just random people walking around
with Ski Essentials hats
and stuff like that. Like,
it's awesome.
Normally, if you see someone wearing this stuff, like you know them.
Yeah.
But if you don't know them, you know that some random stranger was, the benefactor of a free hat. And they love the hat.
It's great. So if you're here in Stowe, go to the parade and wave your hands a lot and yell at us, and we'll give you some cool stuff.
Main Street's crazy.
I might even give away a pair of skis.
One pair?
I might give away multiple pairs of skis.
Right.
Crazy things might happen, Bob. I've brought this up in internal meetings many times, and I'm not sure how seriously anybody took me.
I take you very seriously.
You do. Perhaps you know me better than the rest. And if you can't make it, or if you're not in the area at all, hope you have a great weekend and holiday. And then third topic of the week, this one we'll get through real quick too. Outerbike is coming to Killington July 7th through 9th. So that's actually next weekend, next Friday through Sunday. Really cool event. If you've never attended Outerbike, it is open to the public. You can buy tickets and go test like an insane amount of different bikes.
Yeah, the list is crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like an outdoor trade show that's kind of open to the public too. So it's super cool. Killington, if you don't know, has become like literally a world-class mountain biking destination. One of the best places to ride lift service in New England. And if you're not into like gnarly technical downhill, you can still go ride there and have a really good time on some of their kind of more mellow or lower mountain trails. Like you don't need to make it full on downhill if you don't want to. So really cool opportunity. And if you're interested in something like that and you're not in the New England area, Outerbike will be going to Crested Butte August 18th through 20th, Duluth from August 25th to the 27th, Moab, which would be really fun, from September 29th to October 1st, and then Bentonville from October 20th to 22nd. So they spread those things out pretty nicely geographically.
Yeah. Pretty legit hubs too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's cool that like Killington is included in that list. They've done a great job down there. Also, if you are attending Outerbike in Killington, our shop based in Ski and Sports down in Killington will be running some discounts and specials for anyone with an Outerbike ticket.
Yep, and they got a pretty legit bike shop there too.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
Yep.
I got to get down there and test out some of those pivots. And then fourth topic of the week, I actually swapped this one for the video. It's, I think, in the other order in the article. Shannon Buhler has been named the new Vice President and General Manager of Stowe Mountain Resort.
Yep.
So we've been working alongside Bobby Murphy for, 3 years now?
Maybe more.
Something like a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Bobby's been great. We communicate with him pretty regularly, and I think he did overall a very good job here in Stowe. He's moving on to Beaver Creek, which is kind of where he's from, that area at least. He's got his roots there, so not surprising that it was a relatively short stint here in Stowe. But yeah, I'm really excited to meet Shannon Buhler, and I assume that we'll be communicating quite a bit with her.
Yep, wish her the best.
Yep, and she comes from North Star. And yeah, welcome to Stowe.
Yep.
I know that she officially starts on July 17th, so I don't know, Shannon, if you're physically in the state yet, but if you are,
come to the warehouse
parade. Come to the warehouse sale. And then lastly, before we do edits of the week, we just wanted to touch on some content stuff that's happening or had happened or didn't happen when we said it would happen. So earlier this week, we put out an announcement or a social media post that we would have a review on that Mindbender 106C that Bob is sitting next to. I don't know if I can really do this justice. We had a series of scheduling conflicts.
Yeah, there's one thing after another.
Yeah, so Bob and Emily, I skied it too, but Bob and Emily both skied that ski a lot this past season, so I thought it would be best to have them do the video together, and boy, it was hard to get you two in a room.
Yep, it happened though.
Totally.
Happened this morning.
Yep, so we got it done this morning, so we'll finish kind of polishing that up, and you'll see that review go up on Monday the 3rd. And then now I'll talk about this thing. This is a Fisher Nightstick 97, Bob.
Pretty sharp looking ski. Love the base.
This is a twin tip 97 underfoot Fisher ski.
Yep, it is.
Could end right there. So if you remember, I'm going to Whistler next week. I'll be there from about the 6th through the 15th. And if you can see on camera, this ski already has binding holes in it. So I have already skied this quite a bit. We started testing it kind of towards the tail end of this past season. I tested it at kind of a custom Jeff mount point. I'm going to put a different binding on it, just to kind of feel what the difference is with a different binding, and put it at a slightly different mount point and take it to Whistler with me.
And we love talking about future skis. Like, this is a 2025, right?
2025, but my understanding is they will be releasing 140 pair with this graphic on it in the fall. Then they will be doing an early launch of the actual production graphic. Kind of those typical early launches in January or something like that. But yeah, this is more a 2025 model than not.
I love talking about skis 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
I feel like we just crossed 2023.
Totally. Yeah, big thanks to Brian Landrigan from Fisher. He gave me the go-ahead to take this thing to Whistler with me and start skiing it and showing it on snow and chatting about it.
Sweet.
So yeah, you can look forward to some nightstick or stick night. It's really fun because they have the graphic printed in 2 ways.
Yeah.
So we've been joking around that it's the stick night.
There'll be a debate about that at some point, I'm sure.
Nightstick versus stick night.
Yeah.
Both fine with me. And then lastly, we have our edits of the week. So first up, we have Swang On from Gibberish. This is featuring the talented skiing of Ryan Stevenson. And then this has become one of my favorite episodes, or series rather. We've got Checkmate Season 2, Episode 3. And then I wanted to work a little bike content in there, kind of reflective of Outerbike.
Yep.
Emil Johansson wins again. If you follow slopestyle mountain biking, you probably are aware of how dominant he is, but he had another win at Crankworx Innsbruck. And then, Bob, you picked this one.
Yeah.
We have Jean-Luc Brassard in his winning gold medal run from the 1994 Lillehammer Olympics.
Yeah, it's like 30 years ago.
Crazy. Mogul courses sure have changed.
Yeah, they have.
The jumps aren't nearly as, or they weren't nearly as manicured back then.
No. And, he's just his feet and knees seem to work independently of his body. And it's just he's an impressive skier.
Just raw athlete.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, nice glimpse into the past.
Yeah. And were the moguls bigger or just less, defined?
They were bigger.
Were they?
Yep. And, they weren't intentionally made as they are today.
Right. Because he made, some different turn styles in there, which I thought was the coolest thing.
It was a lot more natural than machine-made.
Yeah. So, yeah, check that out if you want to see how far mogul skiing. Can you imagine if somebody took a time
Mikhail Kingsbury?
Yeah, took a time machine back to 1994 and did a cork 10
I would love to see it
on the first jump.
Also if you can go deep down this old school mogul rabbit hole
I saw
for sure.
You going pretty far down the rabbit hole.
If you look at the silver medalist and bronze medalist, it's a much steeper drop off than if you look at last Olympics, between first, second, and third, hardly a difference.
Yeah.
But when you look at the older you go, the bigger the gap is.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. No, fun rabbit hole to go down.
Yep.
So that's it. This was very different than our normal Top 5 Fridays. Hopefully you still enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't just a complete waste of your time listening to Bob and I bicker about
Could never be a waste.
Okay. Thanks, Bob. Makes me feel better. Let us know if you've got anything exciting going on this weekend. Let us know if you want to come to the warehouse sale. Let us know what you think of all that stuff, and we'll talk to you next week.
Happy 4th.